All right, architects, welcome. Today, we're going to ditch the guesswork. We're diving into how you can actually architect reliability using a data-driven mindset, specifically on Google Cloud.
So let me ask you something, straight up. All your dashboards are green, the alerts are silent, everything looks good, right? But is your application really reliable? I mean, from your user's point of view, are they actually having a good experience?
Because here's the uncomfortable truth. If you're only looking at those low-level system metrics, you're pretty much just guessing what your users are feeling. You're making this huge assumption that a healthy system automatically means a happy user. And, well, that assumption can be seriously wrong.
And that gets us to what I like to call the reliability guessing game. This is what happens when every conversation about performance is just a debate based on gut feelings and metrics that, frankly, don't measure what the user actually experiences.
Think about it like this. Over on one side, you've got your classic system metrics, CPU, memory, disk I/O. And look, they're important for keeping the lights on, for sure, but they don't tell you if a user's login attempt just timed out. They're just proxies. But on the other side, you have actual user happiness. Did their page load fast? Did their transaction go through? That's the gap we need to close.
So how do we stop guessing? Well, we need a totally new language for talking about reliability. A language that is super precise, completely focused on the user, and, this is key, a language that everyone understands, from engineering to product. And that language is built on something called Service Level Objectives, or SLOs.
It all kicks off with the Service Level Indicator, or SLI. The easiest way to think of an SLI is that it's the what. What specifically are you measuring? And it has to be something your user actually cares about. Things like, what percentage of our HTTP requests were successful? Or how many of our API calls came back in under 300 milliseconds? It's a direct signal from your user's world.
Okay, so once you know what you're measuring with your SLI, you've got to set a goal for it, right? That's your service level objective, your SLO. It's the target you're shooting for over a specific period. Something like 99.9% of requests will succeed over the next 28 days. See how clear that is? It's a black and white promise.
Now, here's where the magic really happens. The moment you define your SLO, something incredible just pops into existence: your error budget. If your SLO is 99.9% success, that means you have a 0.1% budget for failure. This is the amount of unreliability that you, your team, and your business stakeholders have all mutually agreed is acceptable.
I love this analogy because it makes it so intuitive. It's just like a financial budget. You have a certain amount you can spend on unreliability. You can spend it on a risky new feature launch, on some planned downtime for maintenance, whatever. But once that budget is gone, it's gone. You have to stop spending, stop taking risks, and focus on earning that budget back by making things more stable. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's make this real. We're going to take a super common example, a web application running on Google Cloud, and actually build out a couple of SLOs for it right now.
So here are two absolute classic must-have SLIs for pretty much any web service. First, availability. Basically, what percentage of requests were successful. And second, latency. What percentage of those requests were served fast enough, let's say under 500 milliseconds. Both of these directly answer the two questions every user has. Is it working, and is it fast?
And you know, the great thing is that GCP makes this incredibly easy to set up. You just hop into cloud monitoring, you pick the service you care about, choose a metric for your SLI, like the request count from your load balancer, you tell it what counts as a good event versus a bad one, set your target percentage, and boom, that's it. In a few minutes, you have a dashboard tracking your SLO and, most importantly, how much error budget you have left.
So, you're all set up. Your SLO is live, and you can see your error budget ticking away. This right here is the moment that SLO thinking completely transforms how your team operates. It gives you this amazing, data-driven framework for making what used to be really hard emotional decisions. Just look at how powerful this is. Got plenty of error budget left for the month? Awesome! You have the data to back up taking a risk. Go ahead, push that exciting new feature to production. But what if that budget is running low, or it's already gone? Bam! The data says it's time to hit the brakes. No new releases. It's all hands on deck to fix bugs and improve reliability. It completely replaces arguments with objective data.
If you remember nothing else, remember this. The error budget boils down all the complexity, all the charts, all the noise of system health into one single number. And this one number is what guides your sprint planning. It guides your release schedule. It ends that endless debate of features versus stability once and for all. It's the ultimate tiebreaker. Which brings me to my final point. And honestly, it might be the most important. An SLO isn't just some metric for engineers to stare at. It's a communication tool. It's a shared blueprint for what good looks like. And it gets everyone, engineering, product, management, rowing in the same direction.
And you don't need some massive, complicated document to get this conversation started. A simple template like this works perfectly. What's the service? What's the user journey we care about? What's the SLI we're going to measure? And what's the SLO target we're all agreeing to? Just filling this out forces you to have the right conversations.
And please, whatever you do not create these SLOs in an engineering vacuum. Take that simple template, walk over to your product manager, and talk it through. Socialize it, debate it, agree on it. Because when your PM agrees that 99.9% availability is the goal, what they're also agreeing to is that 0.1% of failure is acceptable. They become a partner in deciding how to spend that precious budget.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Once you implement your very first SLO, and that error budget number is up on a dashboard for everyone to see, what's the first conversation it's going to start on your team? Is it finally going to justify that feature freeze you've been asking for? Or maybe it'll give you the confidence to ship new code faster than ever before. That's the power you unlock when you stop guessing and you start knowing.